Hello, my name is Mr. Aikens. I'm out of Douglas Bus Lot, and I'm going to try to give you a little brief instructions on how to use the Wayfinder. When you see the screen here, this is your main screen. If you don't know how to get the Wayfinder, you have a little box here. If you click on it or tap on it, it goes to this screen, and just scroll over. You'll see Wayfinder there. Next thing you do is tap on your Wayfinder, and this screen comes up here. This could probably be the most difficult part of all, because a lot of people can't log into Wayfinder. But if you're able to, on the top line, you put PGCPS in small letters. Then you're going to put your name, whatever your first name is, dot last name. And under that, for the password, it's going to be the your last 4 digits of your EIN number. And then you hit the login. Sometimes you have to hit it more than once, but once you get this circle going, hopefully it should kick in. So let's see what happens here. All right, when it kicks in, sometimes you get a pop-up here, and this one comes in as an alert. It says inactive data source is not active and may not be up to date. Please contact your administrator for more information. For this alert here, you just hit OK. Now, sometimes an alert will pop up saying that you need to update your maps. Make sure you update your maps. Click on yes or continue to update it. Another notice will pop up that says your data source need to be changed. Make sure you change it. If not, when you go into try to pull up your routes, they will not come up. And I'm going to show you what happens if some of you already know how to get into your Wayfinder but can't pull up your routes. We're going to show you how to do that first. Okay? What you're going to do is you go into where it says settings, and then this screen will pop up. This focus, okay, and you'll see where it says data source. On this section right, it says effective 2/15/24. But sometimes it may say none. So we're going to click on it, and you see where it says none. If you see none, you will not be able to pull up your maps. So you want to make sure that you have the other one checked. At this point here, you are free to pull up your maps. All right? So we're going to go over to back. Go back to the main screen. From here, you go on trips. You see, sometimes you got to hit it more than one time. And there we go. And from here, this is where you're able to pull up your routes. Okay? Well, the first thing you have to do is see where it says My Trips. You have to get rid of that by tapping on that X. Now you are able to pull up your runs. But as you can see, a lot of routes already dropped down. Okay? But if that data source is not effective, you will not be able to pull up any of these runs. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and pull up a run. So we're going to go over to where it says search. We're going to tap on search, and we're going to put in a route. Let's do one that I already did this morning, which is 004. Oops, excuse me. Let's go back. That. Put the 4. And once you put 004 in it, you're going to go to the magnifying glass, which is the search, and click on it. After that, you'll see all the 004 routes. Okay? And then you just click on the one that you're going to be doing. Alright? Now sometimes where it says, like down here where it says 145, that may come up, or a 003, but just scroll down and you'll come up to where it says 004, or whatever route you're doing. Okay? So in this case, we'll go with 004 Ys. So we click on it, and sometimes you have to do it maybe more than once. And your circle come up, then the route, we did Hoyer, excuse me, I'm sorry. But we'll go with Hoyer, and we'll let it do its thing. And your route will come up. You can pinch it, and you can see all of the stops that you're going to be doing. On this side over here, if you tap on this button here, all your route, all the stops will drop down. This is every stop that the person is going to. Okay? And you got on this side, you got the times that you're supposed to be going to it. Okay, this is a PM route. From here, you have several things you can do. One, you see the three dots. If you tap on the three dots, excuse me, this box will come up. It says add students, remove stop time. If this is a stop that you do not go to, you can always tap on it to remove that stop. And it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to remove it? Just click on yes. And it'll reorganize the stops, minus that particular one. Okay? You okay it. And now that stop is gone. Okay? The other thing you can do from this stop is, from this screen is, say you don't run this route the way that you normally do. You can move all of these stops around. Just go up to the other three buttons in the top right hand corner and tap on it. Okay? We get to focus. And you tap on those three buttons, and the screen will drop down. It'll say add, trip, collapse all, and edit. You want to go to edit. When you go to edit, come back over, and now you are free to move these routes around, these stops around. So the way to get it set up now, like Judith Hoyer is the school. When you leave Judith Hoyer, you go to the stops in this order. But now, say some of the students aren't here, or you run it totally different. Say you go to Fair Lakes Place and Sea Pines Drive first when you leave Judith Hoyer. All you have to do is put your finger on it and hold it, and now you are able to move it around. Okay, so we're going to put it, Judith Hoyer, we're going to put it here. So now you see, Fair Lakes is now moved to the second spot, but it still says number 6. That is going to change when we're finished editing. Okay, so again, just grab a stop, put your finger on it, and move it around to wherever you go for that particular route. Okay? So as you can see now, we move the Golf Course Drive up, and that dropped Fair Lakes Place down one. Okay? So you can do this with any route or any time. Okay? Well, not in the specific time, only in the beginning of setting up the route. Okay? Once you are finished moving the stops around, go back up to the top right-hand corner. And you'll see the word done. Let it focus. If it focuses. Okay, and then you're going to tap on done. Now, this is where the fun begins, because now it's loading, it's recalculating the whole route, and going to put the stops in the order that you currently now have them. So pardon the pause. Okay, the screen got bright. And it's going to say this trip contains auto-generated paths. Proceed with caution. And you tap on OK. And now you can see Golf Course Drive is now number 2. Fair Lakes is number 3. Where originally was like number 6 and number 5. And if you go pinch and squeeze, it has redone your whole map. Once you're situated and ready to go, tap on the blue button and your circle will come up. Again, sometimes you have to tap these buttons more than once to get it going. The route is now ready. It has on this side here, it has how you're planning on running this run. Okay? If you go down to the bottom, it says navigate. Then you tap on that blue button. And again, your screen will do this little circle. And once that's done, your route will come up. And here we go. Now this one, again, is taking us from Judith Hoyer. Okay? So, but it's telling us, like I said, right now it's going to take me to Judith Hoyer. That's why it's telling me to turn right on Old Marlboro Pike. Okay? This is going to be your directions up here. This is going to be after you make the right turn on Marlboro Pike. It's going to tell you to take a short, make another sharp left on Richard Marlboro. So it's giving you, your next stop and the stop after that, so that you always kind of know in advance where you're going. Down the bottom, it's telling you where you're going. Judith Hoyer. The time you're supposed to be there is 3:50 p.m. It's 22 minutes away, 13 miles, and it's telling you you're very early. Okay, now, this information here is not always accurate. Okay? So please be careful. Do not take these numbers down here to heart. Okay? Because you can get to a stop and it will not acknowledge you being at that stop, and it will tell you that you're still 20 minutes away and you're there. Okay? This is just for instructions. Okay? If you have to fall back on anything, you fall back on your paperwork. A lot of times this is accurate, but always fall back on your paperwork, because this is a computer and things happen. Okay? So, if you tap on this box here, this screen pops up. Okay? This is all the kids that you're supposed to pick up from Judith Hoyer. It's supposed to be at least 26 kids that you're supposed to pick up from Judith Hoyer. Okay? From here, if you go over here on the top right corner, there's an arrow. If you tap that arrow, it takes you to the next stop, which is Golf Course Drive and River Oaks Terrace. And it tell you what kid gets off there, which is stop number 2. You go back again, tap on the arrow, and it takes you to your next stop, which is Fair Lakes Place and Sea Pine Drive. And it tell you what 2 kids gets off there. Okay? Now, let's go back to our stops here. Go back there, go back there. Okay? Now, to get out of this, you have to tap on up top here where it says turn right on Marlboro Pike. Tap on it, and it takes you back to the screen. Do not go to in navigation. Okay? You want to tap on this again, and it takes you to your screen, which is here. Now, sometimes you'll get to your stop, drop your kid off, but this doesn't change. Okay? You don't drop your child, student off. You don't have to take it off to go to your next stop. But this hasn't changed because it did not recognize you being at that stop. So it's trying to redirect you back to this stop. In order to prevent that, is you tap on it again. It'll take you to the screen. You tap on skip stop. And when you skip the stop, it's going to say skip the stop. You have 2 choices. You can wait until that barcode goes all the way down. It'll change automatically. Or you can tap on it and it'll change quicker. And then it'll redirect you to your next stop that you're going to. This happens a lot, especially when you go to schools. You know, the drop off, your pickup will register at one point, but you're sitting in the parking lot, and it won't register you being at the school. It'll register you being around the corner or someplace there, but not at the school. So, therefore, you may have to hit the skip stop in order to proceed with your route. Okay? What else? Oh, very important. When you leave out in the morning, it's very dark. This screen is very bright. So you're driving down the road, you got a bright screen in your face, and it's dark outside. You can change that just by going up into this top right-hand corner. You see the tools. You tap on the tools, and this box will drop down, and it says base map. Let's get some focus. So then you're going to tap on base maps. When you tap on base map, another screen will drop down. And these are how you can view your wayfinders. I usually go to this screen here and watch what happens to the screen. It becomes dark. So it's not bright and blinding you while you're driving down the road. And as you drive, you have your little arrow going in your direction that you're going. In this case, you can see how it's taking you. A lot of times you can just follow the lines and it'll get you to your destination. Okay? And another thing, again, with everything, if you just pinch the screen and pinch the screen again, you can see in advance where you're going and how all the stops are lined up. Okay? If the system is not working properly, but you can see this, you can still do your run using the Wayfinder. Okay? Have any questions? Get with somebody at your bus lot, and hopefully we can get you'll be able to do what you need to do. And what else can okay. Now, say you do not run this route the way it is laid